Good morning. I did film my third pin curl set last night. However, everything went wrong. I had a headache and basically all you could see was that I was extremely uncomfortable. So we're not going to use any of that. I'm going to go over everything again today for you because I am feeling a whole lot better. First thing first, I had to get a gorgeous headscarf. I actually got a few new things to use. I got the headscarf, which is massive and I don't actually know how to fold it. Still have to figure that out. I got a rat tail comb, which I thought I would use a whole lot more, but I ended up just using my fingers. I maybe just need to practice with this a little bit more. And I'm sure you can see I got pin curl clips and they are rose gold and I'm super excited. Everything is pink and it's making me way happier than it probably should, but here we are. So first thing that I want to know is that with the headscarf, I think I need to put the end clips in the back of the curl for the front one so that this drop doesn't happen, because I do think that this was from where the headscarf was sitting. I made quite a few changes to my curl set. Oh, that's gorgeous. There's not a single frizz or hair out of place except for these little 3 ones up front. But I made a bunch of changes to my curl set this time. Some of them were intentional, some of them were not. I had intended on only changing one specific thing, and then due to the circumstances, I did change more than that. Yesterday, I actually had to use leave-in conditioner instead of the oil, so that's one thing that I changed. Is my post-shower was a leave-in conditioner instead of oil. The other thing that I changed was my fake setting cream. The very first time that I set my curls for you guys on video, I had used the setting cream a little bit diluted, and I basically had just squirted it out because it's really, really thick. So I had squirted it out on top of, like, I think just my lotion bottle, my face lotion bottle. I would wet my fingers and put some water on there and diluted it some. That seemed to work pretty well. The second time that I did my pin curl set, I did not dilute it at all. So I was just using pretty much a whole pump per curl, and that was not a good idea. By day 3 of my second set, they looked worse than day 6 of my first set. So I think that there was just too much in my hair, and that was what was causing the problems. So for this set, I did dilute it down. I had my squirt bottle filled about halfway. I put 15 pumps, it's really tiny pumps, of it in there and shook it up and diluted it that way. So that's something that I changed on top of using the pin curl clips and doing leave-in conditioner instead of oil. Oh yeah, I was worried about that. Why are you? Well, that one's fun. I also learned that the type of pin curls that I'm doing are actually called sculptured curls. So apparently there's 2 different types of pin curls. There's the sculptured curls, which will give you the very big uniform, basically it rolls into one singular curl. And then there's the other basic pin curls that will leave your hair a little bit more fluffy and the curls will be more individualized, I believe. I haven't actually done it, so I don't know. I love when they're fun like that. I've got some weird loops going, so we'll see what ends up happening here. The sculptured curl is doing literally exactly what it's supposed to be doing, and I didn't realize that, and so I have been frustrated with that because my hair is super long, and so the sculptured curl might not be my thing because it basically makes it so that I have pigtails of curls with however many I decide to brush it into. So when I'm doing my brush out, if I brush it into 1, it'll just be 1 ponytail of curls. If I brush it into 6, it'll be 6 clumps of curls. So I have a little bit of control over that, but I don't know if I really love it. I love how traditional it looks, but for my hair specifically, I'm not entirely sure if that's actually going to be best or not. But we are going to just keep going with the sculpture curls. We're going to perfect it. We're going to, figure all of it out as we go on this lovely little pin curl adventure that we're on. And everything might be different for other people. Join me on this adventure. It's fun. Actually a giant pain in the butt, but I love it. I'm grateful that it does stay in my hair for the whole cycle versus I know some people have to reset it every night. I wish this was an acceptable curly haired style. Just really temple it out. Ooh, I don't have, oh, that section was way too big. Okay, so I did do some really big sections and actually I think it's still damp. So I think that that's why we're down here. Way too big of sections. A little concerned. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, worst case scenario, I'll just pin it up in the back of my head. Bouncy bouncy. Definitely my favorite part. Now the dreaded brush out. A lot of people say to, you can see how long my hair is compared to where it goes for curls. This is gonna be bad. A lot of people say to finger brush your hair first. I am not finding that that's working very well for me. So I am just going to take a section of curls here, this section right here, and I'm going to start down at the bottom, get it all kind of, oh, I mean, maybe we'll finger brush it a little down here and just get the knots out. Move it up. So after you do this first step, it's, you know, just a giant frizztastic mess like that. And basically what I do then is go really smooth up at the top, and then I'm going to use my palm to help sculpture the curls. So I'm holding it with my first and my thumb, and I'm going to brush down my palm and wrist. And you'll see as I brush, all of the curls in that section start to combine and go the same direction. So then I'm going to move down a little bit. We're going to do the next segment. I have also read that some ladies are doing pomade for their brush outs, very, very little amounts. I don't have any, and I really try not to use a ton of products, so that might be something that I try to find a natural homemade version of. One thing that I cannot for the life of me figure out is how I get this funky little doodaddy not be there. It's like it wants to be a curl, but it doesn't actually curl, so it just falls. But it's got like 2 kinks in it, and it's not working for me. Okay, just wrap it a little bit more. Okay, so I think for today, I'm gonna do 2 curls. So I'm gonna do just the 2 that come over my shoulder. So this guy will actually all need to be incorporated into this one. Let's hope that long section decides to cooperate with me. It looks like it's going to incorporate just fine. I still kind of feel like there might be too much of the cream in my hair. It feels a little heavy and a little, not greasy, but almost greasy. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that bump that I was getting and that I've gotten a lot of times has just been because there wasn't enough rotation in my curl. And I did get those long pieces incorporated in there. Very, very lucky with that. I love the way that this looks. So much fun. One of the things that I also did differently was I did a whole bunch more pin curls. I had bought 50 clips. I bought 1 pack of 50, and I ended up using 37. And I think that I could have done 45 total if I had done enough on the back half of my head. Did not quite do enough there. Same thing, holding it, using my palm as the direction expert. And you can see how much fluff it reduces when you do it this way. I haven't seen anybody else really do it this way, but just brushing it does not work for my hair. Just continues to do the fluff and just keep fluffing. Although I haven't spent a whole lot of time. Turn out good. What are you doing? Maybe this one needs to be 2 separate entities. I'm gonna brush this one separately because it does not seem very happy with its own life right now. So there we go. That is basically what my pin curl set almost always ends up looking like. It does end up looking better if I do some styling, but the first day I do like to just have the curls. Sometimes I'll break them up with my fingers a little bit and give it a little bit more dimension, but basically the intention of the sculpture curls is to have this effect, and it would just be a lot better on a lot shorter hair because instead of being 3 clumps, it would all bob together and fold under nicely. So this is kind of what I get. I'm gonna try to sections out here. I do like it when it ends up getting to be like 6 to 8 big curls per side, basically. Yeah, kind of like that. And this frizz, if I were using some pomade, I think that that would all be a little bit more controlled. Maybe for my sculpture curls, I will just start setting up to have some bigger curl segments and just accept that that's kind of my version of how pin curls are going to work, just given the length of my hair that I don't plan on changing. Real quick for this guy. Twist him up a little bit. Alright, and there you have it. Really quick and simple today, but I did learn a couple things, and I do think that the smaller set's going to be better for me. I think next time I am going to add in some pomade. My hair does feel a little heavy, so I'm not super confident on how long this set is going to last. But I think what I'm going to do for this one is actually show you guys how I set it for overnight and see how long I can get it to stretch. So you can be a part of that with me and see kind of how that is working and if it's going to last. I'm not super confident that it's going to. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're going through a similar journey or have anything that you'd like to share with me, I'm more than happy and would love to see those comments. So comment down below. Have a great day, guys. Bye.